is rising in the championship. Jaap van Lagen, the defending champion, started on pole position yesterday, led the early stages of the race, but had an issue. He was being chased hard at the time by Milan Marchak, who was certainly not out of the running to pass him on the track on level terms. But there was an issue with Milan Marchak's car. He had an accelerator issue where I'm told by the team, the accelerator was either all or nothing. He came into turn one and he decided to do a complete power cycle. So he actually shut the car down and restarted it very briefly. And it did sort the problem out. A bit of a Control-Alt-Delete moment there, and it meant that he briefly slowed, and that was the only opportunity that Milan Marchak needed, because Marchak came sailing through. He is the new kid on the block. Well, he's not that new. He has been in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux for a couple of years, and last year he won the Rookie Championship, but this year he has taken his first win. Jaap van Lagen did come home in second place, having sorted that problem out. I haven't seen an official points chart yet, but by my dodgy calculations, and I would hold them very lightly indeed, I do believe that Jaap van Lagen has jumped to the top of the point standings, eclipsing that man there, Alex Ryman, who came into this weekend as the points leader. By my calculations, he is now 1 point adrift of the defending champion, Jaap van Lagen, all subject to confirmation. But boy, what a front row of the grid we have. Jaap van Lagen, Alex Ryman, 1-2 in the championship. They are there. Jelte Hofner in the 919 car for MDM Motorsport. His best finish so far was a fourth place. That was at Spa-Francorchamps at round one. So he's looking for his first podium. So starting P3, he's in a fairly strong position, but look who's alongside him. The newest winner in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, Milan Marchak, the driver of the number 96 Agit Red Ant racing car, the Polish driver who has been looking sensational, certainly last year, but has really stepped up a gear, even more so over the winter period, has been training, has been working hard, and now sees himself, and we see him too, as a championship challenger. And by my calculations, Marchak's win yesterday moves him into third place in the standings, ahead of Frank Porte, who is another driver who had a really strong race yesterday, ended up as a fourth place. But boy, did he push third place Theo Ellenis hard. Ellenis getting his first podium in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. But Frank Porte, who is, I think, with a bit of unfinished business. Jan Seifert is a name that is familiar to those who have been following Porsche 6 Carrera Cup Deutschland over the years. Seifert fancying a go in the Benelux series, and a very strong qualifying for him as well. So in the championship, as already mentioned, by my calculations, all subject to confirmation, Jaap van Lagen leads Alex Ryman by just 1 point. Milan Marchak 16 points back. Frank Porte, who is 19 points back from Jaap van Lagen. Then Theo Ellenis, Jelte Hofner, and David Živok, who is seventh in the overall championship, but yesterday took the win in the rookie race. It was Joep Breedveld in the number 5 car who led for much of the way in the rookies, another of the real strong challengers, but was eventually passed by David Živok. And there is Joop Muller, had his first race of the season yesterday and finished on the rookie podium. 10th place overall and 3rd place in the rookies. A very strong start. Keep an eye on Theo Ellenis. He is a real challenger. We've seen him both in the Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe and in the early races at Benelux, not scared to mix it. Often seen going 2 and 3 abreast in the number 27 S1 racing car. And of course, the teammate to Alex Ryman as well. The older brother of Joop Muller is Mace Muller in the number 13 car. And he will be probably slightly grumpy that his younger brother beat him yesterday. Will want to put the record straight there in the number 13 car, starting mid-pack. but an awful lot of racing to come as the 1 minute board is held in the air. So in the rookie championship, David Jivok inherits the lead from Henry Wheeler. Henry having a fairly indifferent day yesterday, the driver who comes all the way from the USA. That is one serious commute to come racing. Currently second place in the rookie standings by my calculations, 14 points adrift of David Jivok. And in third place, it'll be Joop Breedveld. Again, by my calculations, 15 points adrift of the lead, just 1 point behind Henry Wheeler. So we'll keep an eye on him as well. There's so much to play for here. In the Pro-Am standings, it's Yanni Kakela who leads the way over Levent Turkman. Levent not here this weekend, so Yanni with a bit of an open goal, and he took the win in the Pro-Ams yesterday. Will be looking to do the same again today. So here we go then. The engines are running. Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. No pit stops, no driver changes, no BOP. This is pure racing. Jaap van Lagen starts on the formation lap. You saw Alex Ryman just spinning the wheels off the line, laying down a little bit of rubber. That might be quite useful the next time he leaves that position. So round on this lap, it is 4.259 kilometres of the Zandvoort circuit. 14 turns, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. As we take a look at the starting grid, Jaap van Lagen with his 7th pole position. Alex Ryman alongside him. That is the front row of the grid. On row 2, Jelte Hofner and our newest winner, Milan Marchak. There'll be a lot of pressure coming from behind. Then Frank Portehuis and Jan Seifert occupy row 3 of the grid. On row 4, Joop Breedveld. Once again, Joop Muller alongside him is an all-Joop row there on row 4. Row 5, Theo Ellenis and Mace Muller. So much talent in this grid here. Hard to predict where it's all going to come from. David Jivok and Carol Krent line up on row 6 of the grid. On row 7, Archer Peters and Henry Wheeler are alongside each other. And on row 8, it's Jesse Polderdijk and Yanni Kakela, the pole sitter for the Pro-Ams, on row 8. On row 9, it's Cuba Twarog and Ali Al-Jafali, and then bringing up the rear, Dino van der Geest had a really difficult time in quali yesterday, and so has had to start a long way back. He brought out a red flag in the qualifying session and has had to start from the very back in both of the races, but made good progress yesterday, coming home in 17th place. Our pole sitter for the rookies is Joop Breedveld in the number 5 car, but with Joop Muller on his debut weekend for Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. Alongside him, there's going to be a lot of pressure coming from them as well. So much to look at. There's a lot to look at for Alex Ryman, an empty track primarily, because Jaap van Lagen quite a long way ahead on the formation lap, and he'll probably want to just back it up a bit now because he doesn't want to be sat on the grid with the tyres cooling down and the engine heating up. He'd probably rather it was the other way round. So as the cars head up towards the banking of turns 13 and 14, and turn 14 with 18 degrees, it is the Arie Luijendijk turn, named after the Dutch 2-times Indy 500 winner. And the banking, incidentally, is twice as steep as Indianapolis, which is only 3 degrees less than the original Monza circuit this is. So it is seriously steep banking. If you've ever tried to walk up it, you'll know it is quite an effort to get up there. And it means that the drivers can get a really good launch into turn 14 and out onto the pit straight. And it really gives overtaking opportunities as they head past the pits. So, onto the pit straight we come. The cars now heading towards their grid boxes, and all that rubber that has been laid down when they started the formation lap will be very useful for additional grip. Look at this. So much talent, so much potential. You've got the veteran on pole position. We have Jaap van Lagen. He's a 5-times winner. He is the defending champion, and he starts from pole position for the 7th time in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. But so many other drivers around him, all ready to steal it away. Alex Ryman won for the first time at Spa-Francorchamps the last time we met a couple of weeks ago. Will be looking to get his 2nd win of the season, but keep an eye on all of those talented drivers around him. As those 5 red lights light up and they go off. We are racing once again at Zandvoort. And a great start, as was the case yesterday, for Jaap van Lagen. Ryman into second, but 3 abreast into turn 1. Frank Porte, who is sweeping around the outside, Jelte Hofner and Milan Marchak. Everybody around turn 1, but a really good start for Jaap van Lagen. Will be wanting to make up for the disappointment with that technical issue yesterday. Now high up onto the banking of turn 3 we come. Everybody shuffling and bustling for positions here. Out of turn 3 we come towards 4. Now along the fearsome part of the circuit. Up the hill we come, a blind crest over the bumps. The car's getting very slightly airborne. Then downhill towards turn 7. Scheivlak is the name of the corner, but really spectacular. There's David Givok in the number 77 car, is already trying to make his move up through the field. Mace Muller in the number 13 car is fighting back. Mace started in front of him, the 2 cars running side by side briefly, but at the moment it's David Givok who is in front in that particular battle. And Givok, who will be looking to try and take another rookie win. There's dust rising up into the air as the cars keep the power on this opening lap of the race, settling down into single file at the moment. But Jaap van Lagen with a very healthy lead at this point of the race. But tyre degradation is an issue here at Circuit Zandvoort. Mace Muller once again challenging David Givok into turn 13. Now up onto the banking of Luijendijk. Turn 14, he will come. Is he going to make a challenge as they head out along the pit straight at the moment? Mace Muller looking to get that place back from the number 77 car. Here they come across the line in towards turn 1. Givok goes defensive into turn 1. Mace Muller has a look to the outside. He is in a Muller sandwich because he has Joop Muller in front, he has Mace Muller behind, and David Givok in the middle of that particular sandwich of cars. So up onto the banking once again, drivers are able to take different lines through this corner, giving them different opportunities. Givok looking impatient as he sets about the next of the Mullers. Joop Muller there in the number 8 car will know that the 77 car is pressuring him hard. Both Joop and Givok are in the Rookie Championship, so they are fighting each other for points in that Rookie Championship. Mace Muller would like to get past both of them. He is very much interested in the overall championship. He's in 11th place at the moment. Behind him, Arthur Peters, who's 4th place in the rookies. Our rookie leader is Joop Breedveld. He was a bit disappointed not to have taken the win for the rookies yesterday. He got mugged by David Givok in the closing stages of the race. Wants to put that right. He's well ahead of him at the moment. So Joop Breedveld with Joop Muller behind him. Then it's David Givok. So that's your 1, 2, 3 in the rookies. Running 1, 2, 3 on the track now. There's the number 8 car of Joop Muller just ahead of David Givok. At the front, Jaap van Lagen leads the way from Alex Ryman and yesterday's winner, Milan Marchak. That's your 1, 2, 3. As we see the cars heading out along the pit straight once again. Jaap van Lagen extends his lead. 1.376 is the gap. But remember, it's about long distance here. It's about going all the way with the tyres. That's a great view of the restart as well. Everybody responding to the lights. No issues there. I haven't seen any concerns about jump starts. I'm looking at Frank Porte, who is he really did try and put one on Jelte Hofner. Hofner didn't know where to defend because he had Marchak up the inside, Porte, who was up the outside, and he was stuck in the middle. At the moment, Jelte Hofner in 6th place. Porte, who is in 4th, Marchak up in 3rd place. And again, a replay from the steep banking of turn 3. Proper NASCAR stuff as they go up high on the banking. Here's our Pro-Am Championship leader, Yanni Kakela. Won the Pro-Am Championship a couple of years ago, looking to do it again today. Oh, well, not today, but this year, as Dino van der Geest challenges him. That'll be for 14th place. Van der Geest has already found a route past Henry Wheeler, so he has relegated him down through the pack. And then behind Henry Wheeler is Cuba Twarog, Jesse Polderdijk, and then bringing up the rear at the moment, Ali Al Jafali. So there, Alex Ryman in second place, still a little way back from our race leader at 1.376 last time around. Has he been able to do anything about it? Ryman, who took that first ever win in race 2 at Spa last time around to go with a second place in the race prior to that, right, 1.7. Jaap van Lagen is definitely looking to make amends for yesterday. At the moment, Jelte Hofner putting the pressure onto Jan Seifert. That'll be for 5th place. There is the 27, Theo Ellenus, running in 7th place as well. So, Seifert in the 998 car with a clear track in front of him. Jelte Hofner has already shown that he doesn't really take any prisoners in the 919 car. Will be a little bit grumpy about having got mugged into turn 1. So he's in 6th place at the moment. They're all well clear of Theo Ellenus in 7th place. Behind them, Joep Breedveld leading the rookies. Joep Muller in 2nd in the rookies, 9th place overall, and David Givok in the 77 car in 10th place overall. Givok, who's looking for his 3rd win in the rookies. Seifert very much driving defensively in the 998 car, having to defend that position from Jelte Hofner, that 5th place. Here comes Jaap van Lagen once again. Alex Ryman with Milan Marchak. Frank Portehues is not out of this, you know. Portehues clearly fancies the idea of a podium. In Sector 1 last time around, Milan Marchak was the quickest man on the track, the quickest of anybody in this race. So, 3rd place Milan Marchak is not done yet either. Remember, his win yesterday has really projected him back into the championship hunt. Out along the pit straight we come once again. It's absolute full beans in towards turn 1, reaching speeds in excess of 250 kilometers an hour in 6th gear before the 2nd gear, turn 1, the Tarzan turn, taken at about 87 kilometers an hour. Then it's into 3rd gear, a slightly windy section through to turn 3, and then it's up onto the banking of turn 3, taken in 2nd gear. There we go, up there they go, about 100 kilometers an hour. Then it is full tilt out along towards turns 4 and 5. They get up to about 5th gear in this section of the track, about 220 kilometers an hour. Incredible acceleration from these cars. A real downhill section here. You can see Jaap van Lagen's car just dancing across the bumps a little bit into the braking of Scheivlak. The corner taken in 4th gear, still over 150 kilometers an hour. Really, really fast section of track. 4th gear into turn 6 as well. The Masters box taken at about 145 kilometers an hour. Then we have this windy section, turns 9, 10, 11 and 12, that takes us all the way round to the chicane that they'll be coming up to in a few moments. The Hans Ernst chicane, that will be taken up to about 5th gear up till then, and then it's down through the gearbox, through the chicane, and then back out up onto the banking of turn 13. We will come once again, getting into 4th and then 5th gear, giving it absolute full acceleration around this steep 18 degrees of the line dike turn, and then it's absolute foot to the floor along the pit straight, heading into towards turn 1. And Frank Portehues using the side draft, the slipstream, and anything else that he can to try and put the pressure on Milan Marchak to get onto the podium. Yesterday was Milan Marchak's first ever podium. Not only that, but it was also his first ever win. What a way to come onto the podium. Marchak, undoubtedly one of many superstars of the future. He's got one in front and one behind as well. Alex Ryman, the driver who has been in Porsche Carrera Benelux for a little while now. This is his 28th race. So fairly experienced compared to Milan Marchak. Frank Portehues in his 2nd season in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. This being his 16th race. Portehues had a couple of 2nd places last year, one in Budapest and one in Assen. Still looking for that elusive first win. Jan Seifert, it was his debut in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux last time out at Spa-Francorchamps. As I've already mentioned, very experienced driver, has been in Porsche 6 Carrera Cup Deutschland. 7th place was the best that he has scored in that series. So if things finish at the moment as they are, Seifert looking for his best ever finish in a Porsche Carrera Cup race. Jelte Hofner would love to disappoint him somewhat. His best finish has been a 4th place. So Hofner, who we saw starring in the Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe so many times over the last couple of seasons, whenever he turns up, there's always drama, but he's still looking for his first podium in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. In towards turn 1 we come again. At the moment, Jaap van Lagen has opened up the gap to 2.735. The team at Race Art had to work hard into the night because of that issue that Jaap van Lagen had yesterday. They worked through the night. They believe it was an electrical issue. They didn't want to take any risks, so they changed the entire loom in the number 69 car. A lot of work was done, and it was a fairly late night. They paid for bed and breakfast. They only got breakfast, but it's all paying off at the moment, because Jaap van Lagen is leading the way. No issues at all. 2.7 seconds clear of this battle here for 2nd place. Alex Ryman holds off Milan Marchak and Frank Porte-Huis, but you get the feeling any one of these drivers could finish in 2nd place. Behind them, Jan Seifert, Jelte Hofner, Theo Ellenas in 7th place. Then it is the leader of the rookies, Joep Breedveld, looking to put the memories of yesterday behind him to take a step higher on the podium, ahead of Joep Muller, who is 2nd in the rookies. Yesterday's rookie winner, David Givok, in 10th place overall, and 3rd in the rookies. Our Pro-Am driver, Yanni Kakela, currently in 15th place overall. 18.5 minutes remaining of this race. Drivers having to think the long game here, looking after the tyres, looking after the brakes as the heat continues to build. Ryman in that 2nd place. Marchak is not letting him get away. He's keeping the pressure on. He'll want to try and pressure Ryman into a mistake. We saw yesterday both Ryman and his sister car with Theo Ellenas at the wheel, both of them going through the gravel pretty well at the same time on the same lap of the race. And Ryman will want to be focused. He came into this weekend as the championship leader, having had that 2nd and 1st place at Spa-Francorchamps 2 weeks ago. And look how hard Milan Marchak is pushing. Back end of the car, stepping out. Remember, they've got to look after the tyres. The left rear, I'm told, takes an absolute beating here at Zandvoort. And looking after those tyres, making sure you've got something with which to attack and defend in the closing stages of the race is critical. Van Lagen continues to stretch his legs. He's up to 3.1 seconds. The defending champion ahead of this battle here for 2nd place. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all running together. Outside the top 10, in 11th place, we have Mace Muller, Arthur Peters in 12th, Dina van der Geest up to 13th place ahead of Carol Krent. And I had a message from Carol Krent last night, said, stop getting me mixed up with Cuba Tuareg. Our apologies to Carol's mum and sister when I miscalled it. Well, the cars are identical, so I have noted now Carol Krent's car has the red wing mirrors and Cuba Tuareg's has the yellow wing mirrors. Apart from that, they're absolutely identical. But Carol Krent looking solid in 14th place, having started to get on top of some handling issues they had at Spa-Francorchamps. In 15th place, Yanni Kakela is the Pro-Am leader in the number 39 car, the green and white car just passing through your picture. He's got Henry Wheeler behind him, another driver very new to the world of car racing and has really impressed whenever we've seen him. And Henry Wheeler was disappointed with his performance in quali, but looking to make up for that, currently in 6th place in the rookie race. He's ahead of Jesse Polderdijk, one of the many other up-and-coming stars. Then it is Cuba Tuareg, who didn't have the opportunity to do testing here as the rest of the drivers did in the test sessions on Friday, but was here for quali and is certainly holding his own. He's only 2.4 seconds back from the car in front, and 22.9 from the race leader. So still very much putting up a very competitive time. And Ali Al-Jafali in 19th place at the moment, about 3.5 seconds back from Cuba Tuareg. Still the fight continues for 2nd place. Everybody focused. The gap 3.6 between first and second. So another 4/10 from Jaap van Lagen on that lap. Out across the line we come. Now it's 3.7. So another 10th has been found by Jaap van Lagen. He's still pressing on at the front, wants to get on with it. We're past the halfway point of the race. The lead all at the moment looking fairly secure, but second place very, very much up for grabs. High up on the banking we go once again. Still leading the rookies. Joop Breedveld ahead of Joop Muller. Joop 1-2. David Givok in third, but they are all running together on the track. 8th, 9th and 10th in the background. So that'll be for the rookie win. The fight for second continues on. This is personal. This is for the championship. All of these cars needing every point they can get. Milan Marchak, third in the points by my calculations coming into this race. If he finished in third place now, would pick up 16 points for that third place, but his main championship rival, Jaap van Lagen, would get the maximum 25. Alex Ryman would get 20. There's Theo Elenas, the sister car from Alex Ryman, in 7th place. He's got the rookies lining up behind him. Look at this. This is the number 5 car. That's Joop Breedveld, who is the current rookie leader, but second in the rookies is Joop Muller. Just behind him is also David Givok, the 1, 2, 3 queued up behind Theo Elenas. This is the podium for the rookies at the moment. 1, 2, 3, there they are, running together. Theo Elenas will be aware there's an awful lot of rookie talent coming from behind. So Joop Breedveld would dearly love to hold on to this position for the next 13.25 minutes. He's had 2 second places in the rookie race so far. Joop Muller in the number 8 car got a 3rd place in the rookies yesterday on his debut in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. 2nd place today. Is he going to try and challenge for the top step of the podium? We know how quick he is. We've seen him over the winter. David Givok in the background goes wide out of turn 3. You saw the plumes of dust rising up into the air. It's meant he's dropped back from that battle. That now releases Joop Muller to put the pressure onto Breedveld. So Muller can now make that charge and make a challenge without the risk of losing the position to Givok at the moment. But we know how quick David Givok is, and he will want to close back in on that gap. We're looking down here at further battles taking place further back through the pack. Yanni Kakkeler in the 39 car ahead of him. Karel Kred, Dino van der Giesen, Archer Petters up there fighting for position as well. Karel Kred coming under a lot of pressure here from Henry Wheeler. So the young driver from the USA in his first season of car racing, putting the pressure onto a driver who has an awful lot of experience. So great stuff from Henry Wheeler. Out across the line comes Jaap van Lagen. Once again, it was 3.9 the last time they crossed the timing beam. What is it now? Looks like it may have extended even further. 4.5, because Alex Ryman is now having to defend hard from Milan Marchak. Rather than attacking, he's having to defend. And that's just allowing Jaap van Lagen to open up the gap even more. Look at Milan Marchak. He is now all over the back of the Alex Ryman car. Frank Portehuis wants to get involved to the inside. Goes Milan Marchak into turn 3. A textbook move into second place. Alex Ryman shuffled down the order now into the clutches of Frank Portehuis. Is Portehuis going to move the championship leader coming into this weekend? Is he going to move him off the podium? He's certainly going to give it a shot. Milan Marchak instantly opens up a gap over third place. So Marchak now sets about after the race leader, but with 11 minutes remaining of this race, it's going to take something spectacular, maybe a safety car, to close that 4.5 second gap. So second, third and fourth. Let's have another look here. Ryman struggling with a bit of grip out of turn 2, goes high up. Milan Marchak able to cut to the inside, slams the door in his face, says don't even think about trying to come back past, and the 96 car is up into that second place. But now Alex Ryman is fighting back. Ryman's regathered himself. Frank Portehuis almost pushing both of them around the corner into the Hans Ernst chicane. They come now up towards Kumo. go into Lyondike. This is not done yet. At the moment, Marchak has that second place, second, third, fourth, absolutely glued together. Out along the pit straight they will come once again, picking up something of a slipstream effect as they run past the pits in towards turn one. Marchak has it covered off at the moment, but Portehu is starting to put more and more pressure onto Alex Ryman for the last of the podium positions. There is Milan Marchak, opens up a bit of a gap now into turn two, up onto the banking of turn three in just a few moments. There he goes, up high, takes a really high line through there. Ryman dropping back just a bit. Frank Portehu is the back end of the car, moving around, under braking, wants to get himself onto the podium for the first time this season. In the background, Jan Seifert still having to deal with the pressure of Jelte Hofner. Behind them is Theo Elnus. Joop Breedveld still leads the way for the rookies in 8th place ahead of Joop Muller. And then David Jivok rounding out the top 10 and third in the rookies. But Archer Peters now fancies getting onto the podium as well for the rookies. He's up to 11th place and closing in on David Jivok. Jelte Hofner, Jan Seifert running side by side through this sequence of corners. Seifert has the faster line at the moment, but Hofner has got fed up with looking at the back of the 998 machine. Now the two cars run absolutely neck and neck. Hofner with the line into the corner, under braking, takes that position away, and Jelte Hofner up into 5th place. So Jelte Hofner marching forwards, up ahead of him. Frank Portehu is 8 3/4 minutes remaining. Is he going to be able to do anything to catch the car in front? Yanni Kakela, I beg your pardon, has received a black and white flag for driving standards. That's Cuba Twarog doing a bit of drifting. The car with the yellow wing mirrors out of turn 3. The back end steps out. That would have been a Code Brown moment for the young driver. He gathered it all up though. That was a wild ride out of turn 3. 10 out of 10 there for Cuba Twarog. Up high on the banking, Milan Marchak in second, third Ryman, fourth Portehu is then the gap back to Jelte Hofner, Jan Seifert, Theo Elnus. Here comes Breedveld, then Muller, then Jivok. The 1, 2, 3 in the rookies. I'm looking to see how far back Archer Peters is. He's a long way back from this battle, so I think gonna need something to occur with these three to get himself into a podium position for the rookies. He's about 6 seconds back from this battle. But Archer Peters in 4th place, valuable points, and we've got a car upside down. There's clearly been a big moment here. This will definitely be a safety car, almost certainly a red flag as well. I can't see who that is, but we've got a car upside down, so there's clearly been a sizable issue here. So what has occurred? Not entirely sure at the moment. So safety car is out. So clearly safety is critical. I'm thinking it might be, is it Dino van der Geest? Yes, it is Dino van der Geest who is on the exit of turn 6. So clearly there's been a bit of a moment there. So safety car is out. The cars will be probably brought back to maybe even a complete stop here, because very important that Dino is attended to. He had that issue in qualifying yesterday morning, ended up in the gravel trap and had to start both races from the back, and made really good progress in this race, was up to 13th from the last place position, and there he is out of the car. That is great news. Dino van der Geest, that is the best news of all. Thumbs up. And he walks from the car. Now, how on earth did the number 19 car... It says not for everyone on the back. Well, getting one upside down is not for everyone. That takes quite a bit of doing. Right, we're going to have a look here. We can see him there up on the banking, on the exit of the banking. Loses the back end. Looks like he collects the inside of just coming on the exit of turn 3 in towards turn 4. This is going to be spectacular. So he comes out the back end of the car. He got a couple of wheels onto the dirt, onto the curbing, and then the car. And I think the cameraman had probably done a runner. I would. The car going upside down. That's very dramatic. It takes quite a bit of effort to get one of these upside down. Ask Joe Warhurst. But they are built incredibly safely by Porsche, and the driver is very well protected, as proven by the fact David Jivok would have had to have undone his buckles would have fallen onto the roof of the car from the inside, and then would have to have crawled out. You can see the number 19 car for Team GP Elite looking a little bit second-hand. The 17th place he got yesterday from the back was impressive. Sadly, he's not going to improve on that one today, and the car is going to need an awful lot of attention before we regather in Italy at the Imola circuit at the beginning of July. But I think Dino will probably be quite happy just to put this weekend behind him and focus on the next race. He was last year's Porsche Sprint Challenge Benelux champion, and also raced there in 2024. So certainly a very quick driver, but has had an awful lot of bad luck here in Zandvoort, and that would have been a wild ride for him on the Exeter Territory. I'm getting the thumbs up from the German Carrera Cup Deutschland commentator Burkhard Bechtel. We've all breathed a sigh of relief here to see Dino climbing from the car, and yeah, that was a wild ride. The clock continues to run. I'm pleased to say we haven't gone to red flag. We're running a little bit behind schedule here already today, so safety car continues. The clock will continue to count down, and depending on whether there's been any damage to the barrier, I was too busy looking at the car to work out if there's been any damage to the barrier. Well, I'm hoping we can get back to some green flag racing, albeit for the last few moments of the race. Milan Marchak will definitely be hoping for that, because he is now tucked up behind Jaap van Lagen. That monstrous lead that Van Lagen had, which was many seconds, of course, has now disappeared into nothing, and we have gone red flag. I get a feeling the barriers might be damaged. That is a real shame, and I think it's pretty unlikely that we will restart this. Yeah, the barrier is pointing east where it should be pointing north, so clearly it's done what it was meant to do, and that was stop the car, but it has sustained a fair bit of damage in doing so. So the red flag is out, and I haven't had official confirmation, but I would say it's extremely unlikely that this race will restart. We will just wait for official confirmation of that in a few moments. While we're under red flag conditions, just to shout out our exclusive fuel supplier for Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux 2026 Fuel, spelled FU3L, who are a synthetic liquid fuels company who are developing advanced fuels very much with a focus on performance, reliability, but also environmental integrity. Just wanted to mention them because I haven't done that yet, and it really is great that Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, along with Fuel, are really leading the way in terms of sustainability and thinking about the environment as well. The cars with the red flag waving will probably be, there's a wing mirror there. Well, it's not yellow and it's not red, so you can breathe a sigh of relief in the Carol Krent session. This Carol Krent camp session will not be resumed. It's a green one. I'm going to guess Yanni Kakala or Jesse Polendijk. Who's missing a mirror? Session will not be resumed. Figured that might be the case. That's a real shame. It does mean that Jaap van Lagen will take his fifth win in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, and that wing. Oh, it's not a wing mirror. It's a bit of something from one of the marshalling. Oh, it's from the ambulance. Good job they didn't need that, isn't it? So, yeah, chucking first aid supplies out around the circuit. Great job done by our first aiders here. This circuit is always a bit lively, so it's great to have them here. Do an amazing job. So it is going to be a win for Jaap van Lagen. Milan Marchak in second place. Alex Ryman in third place. So I think Frank Portehuis will be very disappointed because he didn't get the chance to challenge for that third place. So for Jaap van Lagen, he will extend his lead at the top of the point standings by my calculations, which are not to be trusted. But I believe about 10 points clear of Alex Ryman, about 21 points clear of Milan Marchak. And congratulations to Joop Breedveld. He will take the win in the rookie category. It will be his first ever win for the rookies. What a stonking drive from him. And Joop Muller, on his first weekend racing for Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux will get a 2nd place in the rookies, 9th place overall. And David Jivok, the leader in the rookie standings, will get 3rd in the rookie. So valuable points for him. Yanni Kakala, of course, the Pro-Am winner in 15th place overall. But the defending champion, Jaap van Lagen, climbs from the car. His 5th win in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. And he has done exactly what he set out to do in front of his home crowd. Jaap van Lagen in the number 69 car, the champion last year, and waits to race 4 to take his 1st win of the season. Has such a big CV in motorsport. Has won a couple of times in Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup. Has won 5 times in Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland. Was 2nd in the 2014 GT Masters Championship. So we know he's good, and he's shown that here by winning from Milan Marchak, the pretender to the throne, in 2nd place, followed by several other pretenders, Alex Ryman and Frank Porte, who, as Jelte Hofner, didn't really have the opportunity to make that challenge. Jan Seifert in 6th ahead of Theo Ellenus. And then look at that for the rookies. Joop Breedveld in 8th place. Joop Muller in 9th. David Jivok in 10th place. Your 1, 2, 3 for the rookies ahead of Archie Peters. Mace Muller in 12th place ahead of Carol Krent with the red mirrors, ahead of Henry Wheeler. Yanni Kakala, the win in the Pro-Ams, ahead of Jesse Polderdyk. Cuba Twarog in 17th and Ali Al-Jafali in 18th. Dino van der Geest, well, he's classified in 19th, albeit upside down, and a wild weekend for him. But the good bit is that he is all okay. There is some lovely slow motion of Quan Loop S1 Racing's Alex Ryman, the driver who is still very much in contention in the championship. Came into this weekend as the championship leader and will no doubt take the fight all the way to Jaap van Lagen, but he needs to look over his shoulder because Milan Marchak, with that 2nd place, is now launching himself into the championship hunt. But the one they've all got to beat for Team Race Art, Jaap van Lagen once again stands on the top step of the podium in the defense of his title. It's his 1st win of the 2026 season. And as Jaap van Lagen celebrates with the Race Art team, a great reward for them as they worked through the night to change the electrics on that car to ensure that the problem that robbed him yesterday would not reoccur. And as friends and family gather around Jaap van Lagen, always got a smile, always good for a laugh, a real legend around the Porsche paddock. And nobody begrudges it when Jaap van Lagen wins a race. So as we look at the Zandvoort circuit in the glorious sunshine here, and we now look towards the podium, hopefully we're going to see the drivers. We're running against the clock a little bit here, but a slightly shortened race. Part of the DTM weekend. We've also had Freck on this morning as well. There's some wild youngsters in that series. We've got Porsche 6 Carrera Cup Deutschland coming up in a bit. Of course, we've got DTM and GT Masters. It is a real celebration of motorsport, a real holiday atmosphere in the dunes of the North Sea.
Benelux is done here at the DTM weekend in Zandvoort. So
but Benelux
our winners,
and here
please
on to the podium, our friends from Race Art and their number 1 driver.
EST1 Racing from Estonia, Alex Ryman.
Going to get 3rd place up first. So Alex Ryman, valuable points in the championship. And Alex Ryman, only his 3rd ever podium
for our 2nd place
in Carrera Cup Benelux.
Car number 96 from Poland and Ajit Rident Racing. Second place goes to Milan Marchak.
He took his first podium yesterday. He took his first win yesterday. He stands on the podium today. Beware, Milan Marchak is in town. But who can beat this man? Who can wrestle the title away from Jaap van Lagen?
And in honor of the winning team.
So Raceart will send their representative up onto the podium as well to receive.
Miss Kernan in charge for the Black Goals.
Miss Kernan, who we know listens to this stream, so thank you. And he will receive a trophy on behalf of the team as we now get ready
in honor of our winning driver. We are listening now
for
to
the Dutch
Netherlands
national anthem.
National anthem.
There was a time when nobody had heard the Dutch national anthem. We all know it now, don't we? In Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, Larry Tenforder used to ensure it was echoing around arenas. Jaap van Lagen, of course, Max Verstappen, the most famous of all Dutch drivers. So many times, though, so many talented drivers from the Netherlands. And Alex Ryman, who comes from Estonia, has the trophy for third. Presented by Olivier Ertz, the organiser of this series, does a sterling job getting Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, a high-profile series. He's presented to Milan Marchak, that second-place trophy. And Jaap van Lagen, the smile as broad as ever. And for Team Raceart, they will get the trophy as well.
I guess that's some kind of a jump start, right?
A jump start, okay. Was a black flag for Jaap van Lagen. Some subtle attack going on there. I think Milan Marchak will get revenge next time around. The drivers will pose for the photos, and we will now turn our attention. Got a little bit of a break. It'll be the first weekend of July when we will be back. Going to be part of the European Le Mans Series platform. We're going to be at the fearsome Imola circuit in Italy. That will be spectacular, and it'll be there that we will have races 5 and 6 in round 3 of the season. After that, we will be at the halfway point of the season. But for now, the celebrations in the Netherlands will echo around. It's Jaap van Lagen, the home hero, who will climb from the podium and celebrate as we turn towards Italy. We'll see you in July in Imola. Goodbye from Zandvoort, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.